Harlequin best-selling author collection and Harper Audio present Springtime in Salt River by Rayanne Thane, performed by Kaleo Griffith, featuring the bonus story Love Thine Enemy by Patricia Davids, performed by Cici D. Chapter 1. Jesse James Harte was in deep, deep trouble. "You playin', or are you just going to sit there looking pretty?" the scrappier of his two opponents asked with a fearless smirk. Jesse glared at his cards, trying to figure out his options. They didn't look any cheerier than they had a few moments ago. "Come on, we're waiting." Yeah, hold your water." He looked at his hand one last time, then back at the two troublemakers across the table from him. His throat was parched, and he needed a drink in the worst way, but he didn't dare turn his back on these two desperados. Not for a second. The two of them were as terrifying as any hardened criminal he'd ever come up against. Finally, he knew he would have to do something, and quick. He set down the only possible card he could, Jack of Hearts. As soon as it left his hand, he knew it was a mistake. A triumphant shout rang through the room, and a Queen of Hearts slapped onto his Jack. His niece, Lucy, gave a shriek of excitement. "Ha! That was her last card. You lose, Uncle Jess. Told you you'd never be able to beat Dylan at Crazy Eights. She's the best, the absolute best. The winner, and still undefeated champion." Dylan Webster, Lucy's stepsister of less than a month, jumped from the chair across from his desk and did a little hip-jiggling victory dance around his office. Jesse leaned back in his chair and watched their celebratory gyrations out of narrowed eyes. "You cheated. I can't figure out how, but you must have cheated. Worse than a couple of Wild West card sharks, that's what you are. Coming here after school acting all sweet and innocent, saying you just stopped in to say hello. And then you bilked me out of 2 Snickers bars. You think I don't know what's going on?" Dylan batted her eyes at him. "Who, us? Would we do something like that?" That one was going to be a heartbreaker just like her mom, when she put on a few more years. "I ought to lock you both up right now and throw away the key," Jesse growled. "Teach you to mess with the Salt River Chief of Police." The girls just giggled at him. "Come on, best 2 out of 3. He scooped up the cards and started shuffling them. "Better yet, I'll teach you how to play a real game. How about blackjack?" "We already know how to play," Dylan assured him. "How about acey-deucey? No, sit back down then." He did a fancy little flourish with the cards that sent them cascading between his hands in a rainbow. His little card trick was rewarded with 2 pairs of wide eyes. "Cool!" Lucy exclaimed. "Where'd you learn to do that?" "Years of practice beating the pants off your dad. He stinks at cards. Always has. And you could tell him I said so, too." He grinned, and she giggled back. "Will you teach me how to do it?" "Sure, if you give me the first bite of that Snickers bar." Before she could answer, a knock sounded at the door. "Yeah!" His dispatcher, receptionist, and all-around pain in the neck shoved open the door and stood in the doorway, all 4 feet 10 inches of her. "Chief, you got company!" Lou Montgomery barked. "Yeah? Says it's important." "Send him in then." "Her," a new voice interjected. Compared to Lou's rot-gut rough voice, this one was as soft and smooth as water rippling over rocks. He knew that voice. He opened his mouth to answer, but before he could, the girls beat him to it. "Miss McKenzie!" they shrieked in unison, and rushed to greet his visitor, their 4th-grade teacher. She gave them a strained smile, but accepted their hugs graciously. "What are you doing here?" Dylan asked. The pretty teacher looked uncomfortable. I just had some business to discuss with Chief Harte." Something she obviously didn't want to share with 2 nosy little girls. Before the terrible twosome could interrogate her about it,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?